Yo, what is going on? Everybody is your host with the most, Young Hendrix. Unfortunately, I do not have enough money in the budget to get Mr. CM Shiesty on commentary here tonight. But ladies and gentlemen, we got a stacked card regardless. We got some answers. Finally, Timmy Beans came to me quietly and said, look, this man has been under contract. He was never being used. And he said, you know what? I want to bring him in. I want to teach him the game. And I needed a right hand man. And ladies and gentlemen, in our main event of the night, we're going to be seeing the debuting Hydra, who went and attacked Kucherov after Timmy Beans and Kucherov's match at MWE's Survival. We got to figure out just what this man is capable of. He will be taking on the debuting Mason Dope in our main event. Mason Dope, I'm just guessing here, is a new member of the Syndicates of Pain, aligning himself with Kucherov. So main event action is going to be something you don't want to miss. But ladies and gentlemen, before we get to our main event of the night, we got debuting action again. Jerry Brooks, one half of a team called Northern Lights, set to go one-on-one with Amari Reigns, one half of the Mob Tag Team. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of debuting action. Following that, Big Leroy Johnson, the grandfather of MWE, will be making his in-ring debut against the dope man himself, Carter Banks, Chef, cooking it up. We will see what these two have for us in their one-on-one. And then, ladies and gentlemen, following that, Tatiana Sinclair versus a veteran here in MWE, Zoey Smith, a true workhorse in the women's division. I can't wait for that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, getting into our main event sheet of the night, Nathan Cassidy, Jalen Hill, both men debuting for the first time here in MWE, and it just keeps getting better. More debuting action. Ariana Brady, who I got the chance to talk to backstage, is an official member of the Mob. Now, I believe this is Josh, the MWE Mob's Enforcers recruitment. I believe they have some type of connection going on, so we get to see, we might have the Enforcer with us here tonight, joining Ariana Brady in her debut against Yasmin Suter. Yasmin Suter, a crazy woman indeed. But then, ladies and gentlemen, main event, Hydra versus Mason Dope. But before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, we got Jerry Brooks set to go one-on-one with Amari Reigns. Let's hop into it. Hell of a show on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to hop into it. Jerry Brooks, one half of Northern Lights. Let's see what they got to offer here tonight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of debuting action, a lot of new superstars finding their footing here in MWE. Opening the show, we got debuting action. This team, I believe, goes by the moniker of Northern Lights, as you see with the blonde hair, Jerry Brooks. And on the opposite side of him, the man that looks like a true serial killer, that will be Tiago Calvera, who will be making his debut in one-on-one action next week against Teddy Hendricks. We're going to see who gets the advantage before their tag team match of the Northern Lights versus the Mob. Right now, we got one-on-one action. Jerry Brooks set to go one-on-one with Amari Reigns. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Hope you guys had an amazing week. I was supposed to be live yesterday, but NXT was so damn good, I couldn't miss it. I apologize. I apologize sincerely. But ladies and gentlemen, we got a hell of a show on our hands for us here tonight. Jerry Brooks making his debut in ring. I love these colors. They are nice. It's like that baby blue teal look they're facing.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mob is in the building. That dark blue uniform is here with us tonight. Kayla May, MWE Women's United States Champion. To her right, Amari Reigns, the man participating in this one-on-one match. And then the leader amongst the three here, Teddy Hendricks on the left side. One of the most amped up, respected factions here in MWE tonight. The mob is in the building. Josh as well here tonight as well. Bobby, I believe, recovering from injuries from MWE Survival. Curious to see what happens with him going forward.
These niggas got me fucked up, dog. I'm too amped. Make this bitch lick me like a mail stamp. Strapped up, fuck it, I'ma die lit. Two slime posted at the crib in a snake pit. Every time I tell you how I feel, I don't fake shit.
Kayla May with a successful title defense against Lucia Rossi at MWE Survival. Looking as good as ever. Ladies and gentlemen, the mob is in the building for us here tonight for this one-on-one match.
I tell this bitch to pull her, she gon' moped it. My doggy don't smoke on shit unless it's unleaded. I don't back and forth over no net, so just gon' did it. See me when you see me, if it's smoke, doggy, unleash it.
Let's see what we have in store tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Brooks, one half of the Northern Lights, set to go one-on-one with Amari Reigns. Here tonight, debuting action. Look at this, bringing the offense early. Jerry Brooks trying to bring a blitzing style, but Amari Reigns ties him up. Ladies and gentlemen, we got MWE Heartless action underway. Now look at this from behind. Amari Reigns struggled with his debut here in MWE a long time ago. Wasn't able to find it going. Has gone through tag team partners. At one point, him and Ty Nasty formed the duo of AR-15 Boom. Did not work out the way they expected. Went their separate ways. Amari Reigns now found himself joining the mob with Bobby's promise of bringing prominent stardom to the rising young talent who has struggled so far here in MWE. And going from the partnership of Ty Nasty, a former two-time Canadian champion, sit-out powerbomb by Amari Reigns, to the three-time MWE champion, the longest reigning Canadian champion to date in MWE, and Teddy Hendricks, his younger brother, and then Kayla May, the Women's United States champion. I mean, a lot of prestige to be a part of that mob faction. Amari Reigns hoping some of that soaks off into his way right now, dominating his matchup against Jerry Brooks. Working the arm heavily off the ropes. No. Decides against it. Jerry Brooks on the outside, crashing and burning. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe this match will not have countouts. Amari Reigns in firm control right now, tossing him on the outside. My gosh, look at the strength of Amari Reigns. And now, double axe handle to the back of Jerry Brooks. Into the steps. Jerry Brooks not looking so hot in his debut. I mean, this is just the inexperience of a rookie to a veteran. Even when that vet doesn't have as much success as he would like here in MWE, there's just certain levels you got to play off. Amari Reigns, send him up for something big. Looks like he's taking his breath. And oh, look at that. Tiago removed the turnbuckle. I didn't even notice. Jerry Brooks back up to his feet now. Drop kick. Looking to catch some momentum. Chop to the chest. Repeated blows back and forth. And now massive German suplex. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us, first matchup of the night, Jerry Brooks in the baby blue versus Amari Reigns, that dark mob color blue. One-on-one match, both representing tag teams on the outside, off the springboard. And now a super kick. Going up to the top, Jerry Brooks looking to fly. What the hell could he be looking to do here? Oh my god, crossbody to the big man. Going for the pinfall. Could that be it for Amari Reigns? No, only a 1 count. Jerry Brooks getting dominated in the first half of this match. Now, finding some momentum. Into the corner. And look at this, Tiago bringing a chair into the fold. Referee finally noticing. And now, Jerry Brooks sending Amari Reigns into that turnbuckle. That can't feel good. Both of these superstars starting out hot, but now, look at this, Amari Reigns finally getting some momentum back after dominating the first half of the match. Looking for something big. Hanging him off the top turnbuckle in Tiago's corner. He's one way up, one way down. Gravity works in mysterious ways. Into the opposite corner now. Amari Reigns, what's he looking for? Massive clubbing blow. And now the strength of Amari Reigns on display. The muscle. And look at this deadlift. Sit out powerbomb. Could that be it for Jerry Brooks? 2. Not enough to get the job done, ladies and gentlemen. An amazing display of strength. Jerry Brooks with the counter. And now, look at this. Looking for something big. Running into a cutter. Could that be it for Amari Reigns? 2. No. Not enough. Jerry Brooks struggled in the beginning of this match. Now turning it around. Looking for something big. Has Amari Reigns up. And look at this, right to the midsection. That might be it. Wait a minute. Another running by. A drive-by. Could that be it for Amari Reigns? 2, 3. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, debuting action. Jerry Brooks, one half of the Northern Lights tag team, pulling off the dub here tonight. Next week, we will see that man, Tiago Calveira, go one-on-one with Teddy Hendricks before the much-anticipated tag team match. What an excellent way to open the show, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of new challengers, a lot of newcomers, new contenders finding themselves here in MWE, and we keep that trend going. Big Leroy Johnson, the grandfather of MWE, set to make his debut here tonight against the cook, the chef, the dope man, Carter Banks. Ladies and gentlemen, we got debuting action up here next. Carter Banks struggled so far here in MWE, taking a loss in his debut to Bobby Hendricks and then losing to Antidote. He is going to try anything in his power to pull off a dub here tonight. The last thing you want to do is start your career off here in MWE 0-3. He's going to be looking to pick up a dub on the order of Big Leroy Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even want to waste time. Let's hop into it. We got Big Leroy Johnson making his debut against Carter Banks, the dope man, the chef, the cook, whatever you want to call him, the chemist. We got all types of names for him, ladies and gentlemen. Big Leroy Johnson set to go one-on-one with Carter Banks up here next.
Masterminds. We gonna get this film.
Entrance from Big Leroy Johnson first. What the hell is this man wearing?
Nigga, let's get this money, nigga.
one thing I can say, regardless of his attire choice, this man looks locked in, ready. Is the devil a lie? Ladies and gentlemen, we find out here tonight. Big Leroy Johnson looks amped to be here in MWE. I may have found my future partner. Big Leroy, the grandfather of MWE, gotta be pushing 50.
You couldn't stop me if you tried, motherfucker, cause the devil is alive. Big guns, big whips, rich nigga talking big shit. Double cup,
Awaiting his challenger.
double up on that blow, bitch. 2 mil on that I-95. Bow your head cause it's time to pay tax. Opposition.
Carter Banks is in the building, 0-2 to his career record, looking to find a dub here tonight.
Residue still on my hand. It feel like I'm back in the kitchen.
This man says if you give him the time, if you give him the opportunity, he will cook. We get to see here tonight. Can Carter Banks make a statement with a massive win against Big Leroy Johnson?
I'll never forget all the times he took me where I needed to go. I woke up this morning like fuck everybody, and that's how I knew that I needed to smoke. My niggas is
Despite the 0-2 record, confidence still strong on Carter Banks.
She seen a ghost. Diamonds is cold like going outside with no jacket, and mama said you need a coat. I do not want to be stuck in the hood all day. I'd rather go jump off a boat. Play your album dropping, all they want to know. 2,000 for this Montclair coat. Macamiri cost me 18. That ain't no shirt, that was straight jeans. Pineapple Fina when I be on it, but my little bitch she drinking straight lean. Residue still on my hand. It feel like I'm back in the kitchen. Your bitch in the back of the pistol. You can't imagine the trenches. What you know about trapping and pitching? Now I got him laughing.
Carter Banks looks amped and ready. Bronson Reed attire from Leroy.
Ice hash in the bomb.
Big Leroy set to go one-on-one with Carter Banks. Big Leroy standing at 6 foot 300 pounds, and Carter Banks, 6'5", 250. Not a small man in the slightest, but right now, Big Leroy Johnson proving why they call that man Big Leroy. Stepping over the dope man of Carter Banks, and now dropping an elbow. With the experience Big Leroy Johnson has in this industry, I'm curious to see if he's going to try and school the younger, more physically gifted Carter Banks, but it doesn't look like Carter Banks is just going to sit around and wait for that to happen. Carter Banks trying to bring the offense, misjudging, but now both men squaring up. Who's going to be the stronger man? Big Leroy pushing him away. Referee having to break it up. Oh my gosh! And now using the momentum as he bounces off the ropes. Carter Banks struggling early. And now look at this roll up. Roll up to Carter Banks. Could that be it? No. Only a walk out, but now. What the hell? Look at this from Carter Banks. Reversal into a pinfall of his own. Bobbing and weaving. Both men tying up again. Big Leroy really showing the strength. Has that forearm right into the jaw. Oh, takes him down to the canvas. And now, Carter Banks seeming to get a little bit of control. Using the strength. Oh my days! Pop-up power slam from Carter Banks. Back of the skull. Elbow. Methodical pace. Who would have thought Carter Banks? And we knew he was strong, but I didn't know he was that strong. Getting the 300-pound man up in the sky. And now another deadlift position. Running power slam. But now, look at this. Reversal. Kick to the midsection. Big Leroy. Taking him into the corner. Looking for something. Oh, massive headbutt. Oh, but a counter from Carter Banks. These two going back and forth. DDT, middle of the ring. Carter Banks looking to put this one to rest. Taking out the leg of the big man. Could that be it? 2, not enough. Stomping away. Massive elbow again. Carter Banks trying everything he can, but Big Leroy Johnson just won't go down. Off the ropes, no. Decides against it. Now, Irish whip. Look at this again! The strength of Carter Banks. Has this man been in the gym? Combination coming in. Carter Banks. Ow! Plants the big man down. But Big Leroy back up to his feet again. Neither one of these men will stay down, and a back suplex onto the back. And taunting Carter Banks with the same similar taunt. Off the ropes. Look at this. Samoan drop. And now using the body to his advantage. A cannonball. Big Leroy has him by the back of the neck into the corner. Ooh. Just driving him into that turnbuckle. Now choking the life out of Carter Banks. Both men getting to the deeper part of this match. Energy has to be low. Big Leroy now showing off the strength of his own. Into the middle of the canvas. Could that be it for Carter Banks? Oh, only a 1 count. Oh my days. Boot to the head, and now a headbutt follows. Big elbow drop. Carter Banks is struggling now. Ladies and gentlemen, running the ropes. Big body splash, middle of the ring. Could that be it? 1, 2. No, stays alive. Carter Banks trying everything he can not to fall to 0-3. But look at this. No! Over the top. Carter Banks with a reversal. I thought this match was coming to a close, but now hip toss. And Big Leroy. Running sit-out powerbomb. Could that be it? No. Carter Banks using the ropes to help himself back up. But over the top. Playing some possum. We're on the outside now, ladies and gentlemen. Step up Curry from the big man. What the hell is transpiring between these two? Do they have some personal issues that we're unaware of? What the hell is this all about? Massive striking forearm to the lower spine. On the outside, everything hurts more. Getting Carter Banks back in the ring. But no, Carter Banks pushing him off. The big man back up to his feet. But Carter Banks as Big Leroy Johnson in the corner. What's he looking to do here? Look at this. The strength hangs him up off the turnbuckle. Could that be it for Big Leroy? 2. Not enough. Both of these men going the distance. Carter Banks, you can tell in his movements, absolutely gassed. Off the ropes. Big boot to the face. And now A foot away. Looking for something. Oh, power slam. Could that be it? 2. Not enough. What the hell is it going to take to put Big Leroy Johnson down? Setting up in the corner. Looking for something. No! No! Went for the spear but missed. Big Leroy managing to avoid it. And now, taking him down. An elbow drop. Kick to the midsection. And now, has him up for a power bomb. But what the hell is this? Into the corner. Off the top turnbuckle again. Carter Banks right back up to his feet. And both men are giving it everything they got. Off the ropes, drop down. Up top. What is Carter Banks looking to do? And yet another one. My God. Both of these superstars giving us everything they have to offer. Carter Banks trying not to fall to 0-3. Big Leroy, the grandfather of MWE, doing everything he can to pick up the dub in his debut. Both men are figuratively and literally beating the hell out of each other. Oh my God! He hits him with an 8-ball. Could that be it? Go for that pinfall. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, in his debut, Big Leroy put on one hell of a show. But Carter Banks stumbling around, but managing to pull off the dub. That has early contention to be involved with match of the year. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, what a classic. That was not supposed to be as good as it was, but ladies and gentlemen, that's just what we have to offer here in MWE. Holy hell. What a match. What an absolute classic here on MWE Heartless. I'm at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen, but holy, I mean, Tim, that I didn't expect that. I don't think anybody at home expected the absolute display of athleticism and pure sheer willpower from Big Leroy Johnson to get then hit by the 8-ball from Carter Banks. I mean, holy shit. What a match. I can't be mad at it, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute classic that we just had displayed for us here tonight, but we got to keep the show going, ladies and gentlemen. For a reason. Hey, there's got to be something special. Ladies and gentlemen, we got debuting action. We got Tatiana Sinclair set to take on a veteran here in MWE, Zoey Smith, a true workhorse. I can't wait for this one. I mean, high expectation. It's going to be hard to follow suit with absolute display that Big Leroy and Carter Banks just gave us, but these women are going to go out there and give us the best that they got. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Zoey Smith taking on Tatiana Sinclair up next. Welcome on in, though, Tim. We got a hell of a show still on our hands. Opening matches still taking place. We got Zoey Smith taking on the debuting Tatiana Sinclair. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. I'm happy you could all join us for MWE. Heartless action here tonight. Zoey Smith with a new attire, rocking a new hairstyle as well. Confidence oozing and dripping away from a real workhorse in the women's division. Zoey Smith looks amped and ready. She has her hands full tonight. Set to go one-on-one with Tatiana Sinclair. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have much information on this Tatiana Sinclair. The only production notes I was given was she used a lot of money to find her contract here in MWE. Hailing from California, someone who really likes to take in a glorious appearance for Tatiana Sinclair. Pride on the jacket. Tatiana here to make her debut in MWE. Hitting the flex on us. Soaking in the moment, making her MWE debut. I kind of respect it. Zoey Smith, Tatiana Sinclair. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us for the first time, this is the third matchup on our 6-person card. Tatiana Sinclair, look at this. No, nobody home. Zoey Smith bobbing and weaving. And now, look at this. Going for a pinfall early. Can she catch a rookie slipping? No, only a 1 count. Looking to fly off a springboard, but dove right over Tatiana Sinclair. And now, look at this. Oh, a massive blow right to the midsection. Now both women looking to fly a little bit, but misjudging. Tying up middle of the ring now. Into the ropes. Tatiana Sinclair overpowering Zoey Smith. Referee having to break this one up. Watch your hand placement there, referee. Both women tying up again. But this time, Zoey Smith overpowering Tatiana. Sends her into the corner. Referee, once again, breaking it up between these women. And back and forth this has been. Look at this, taking out the leg. Off the canvas. Tatiana Sinclair telling Zoey Smith to get the hell up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us, look at this crossbody. Tatiana Sinclair making her MWE debut with the blue. Zoey Smith, the pink attire. Both women squaring up again. In 2 instances, we saw Tatiana overpower Zoey Smith, and then Zoey Smith using the experience now from behind. Look at this. Roll up. Could this be it for Tatiana? No. Reversal. Only a 1 count. Drops a hell of an elbow. Tatiana Sinclair, no, gets caught with an elbow. And then a run-by drop kick from Zoey. Look at this, off the ropes. Oh my days, what an enziguri. Taunting away. Looking to deliver something big. Zoey has Tatiana Sinclair up. Fireman's carry now. Off the rope. And a springboard connects. Could that be it for Tatiana? Damage is done. No, she wants to do more. Knows it's going to take a little bit more than that to put this woman down. And look at this! Both these women going back and forth off the ropes again. Look at this. Submission in. Tatiana, could she tap out? No. Able to get out of it with ease. And now, oh my days, what a blitzing offense. Look at this armbar. Submission of her own. Oh, managing to get out of it. Both these women bringing the early arsenal. Everything they got off the ropes. Zoey! Massive kick to the midsection, and now use her as a stepping stool again for a second time. One more time. And now to the lower back. Going up top. Zoey. Look at a fly elbow right to the jaw. Could that be it for Tatiana? No, not enough. Right to the midsection, off the ropes again. Oh my days! Planting her head into the canvas. Kick to the midsection, has her hooked! Could that be it for Tatiana in her debut? Could she lose to Zoey Smith? No! Just barely able to get the shoulder up. Zoey thought she had it won. Into the corner. Oh my days, what a blow. And then, not finished. Driving those knees into the lower spine. Could that be it for Tatiana? 2, 3. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, in her debut, Tatiana had all the confidence in the world, looked prepped and ready. But Zoey Smith proving why. It is just a different beast when you step foot in that MWE ring. Holy shit. We've had amazing action up until this point, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting into our main events of the night. We got some crazy action for you guys here. We got Jalen Hill set to go one-on-one with Nathan Cassidy. Now, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Hill making his debut. He was handpicked by Nathan Cassidy as his opponent, and Jalen Hill obliged. He wasn't set to make his debut for another month as he trained, but he said he is ready for the moment. Nathan Cassidy issued the challenge backstage, and Jalen Hill agreed. Ladies and gentlemen, debuting action for both men here up next. Jalen Hill set to make his entrance first. A little bit of a slower tempo of the song choice, but Jalen Hill standing in at 5'10", 250 pounds from the homeland here in Canada. Six Nations man in the building. What can we see here in his debut? One-on-one with Nathan Cassidy. Got folks that carry some shit, can't cross state lines. Dugging cops in the dirt hills, baby. We ain't paying no fine. If you coming to the sticks, still maybe. Taking in the moment, appreciating his time. Waiting the challenger. Where it begins. Nathan Cassidy. It seems the crowd understands the assignment. Lighting their phones. for the arrival, much anticipated, ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Cassidy making his debut here in MWE, a sought-after free agent acquisition. Soaking in the moment.
World spins fast, but I'm stuck in despair. Whispers telling me to rise, break free. Can't hear the answer buried deep in me. Rage meets rhythm tearing through my chest.
Taking his time, looking around. This is the moment he's waited for a minute now. Finding himself in singles action here in MWE.
Fist to the sky, screaming, why must I crawl? Chains on my spirit, trying to tear me apart.
Looks as eager as ever to make his debut here in MWE. Soaking it in. Jalen Hill on one side in the white. Nathan Cassidy opposite side of him. Ladies and gentlemen, debuting action for both men. Jalen Hill comes from our developmental program. Nathan Cassidy, a highly sought after free agent acquisition here in MWE. Both men tying up from behind to behind again. Jalen Hill trying to use his strength to take Nathan Cassidy down to the canvas, but just can't seem to get it figured out. Look at this. Roll up. Roll up. Could this be it early? No. Reversal. We've seen this multiple times here tonight. A reversal from Nathan Cassidy. And look at the strength of Jalen Hill. And now tilting him into another reversal. But no. Both men back up to their feet. The speed of Nathan Cassidy. Impressive. Has him up. Look at this. Electric chair down to the canvas. Jalen Hill, middle of the ring, off the springboard, but miscalculated slightly. Jalen Hill taking advantage of the moment. Oh, massive forearm dropping right to the chest of the challenger. Oh, another one, but this time an elbow. Awaiting Nathan Cassidy. Massive right hand. Off the ropes, drop down. No, up top into a Samoan drop. And now choking the life out of Nathan Cassidy. Working the arm, Jalen Hill finding early dominance. Dropping a knee. To the outside. What could Jalen Hill be looking to do here? Spearing up to the outside. French announce team. Jalen Hill living up to the expectations we thought he would. Wasn't scheduled to be here for another month, but look, Nathan Cassidy called him out backstage. He said, look, I know you're not supposed to make your debut for a minute, but I feel like you would be the perfect opponent. And as a competitor, you gotta ask, why would I be the perfect opponent? Why does somebody else feel like I should be an easy matchup? Jalen Hill felt insulted, but still the respect has to go to somebody at this point. Nathan Cassidy didn't mean any offense by his comments. He just believed that these two could burn the house down. And now, Nathan Cassidy looking to take control of this one. Telling the big man to get the hell up. And look at this crossbody. Swinging again. Third time, fourth time, went too many. Jalen Hill with a hip toss. And now another forearm. Sizing him up again. Jalen Hill wasn't able to connect. Forearm counter from Nathan Cassidy, and now the speed with the strength. What a maneuver! Telling him to suck it. Nathan Cassidy doing everything he can. And look at this, bobbing and weaving. Closed fist right to the jaw. Helping the big man up too. Off the ropes. Look at this! Modified neck breaker of sorts. Working the arm. Trying to take the big man's strength away. Nathan Cassidy. An interesting character to say the least. Has the big man up. Not a weakling in the slightest. Hangs him up off the top rope into the corner. Now taking his time, stomping away. Telling him to suck it still. Nathan Cassidy, look at this, misjudging a little. But still, Jalen Hill, dazed and confused. Now, a drop kick from the top rope. Could that be it? 2, not enough. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us, debuting action for both men. Jalen Hill in the white, Nathan Cassidy with the assortment of colors. Massive chop to the chest, and now, look at this, plants him down to the canvas. Off the rope, big body splash. Stomping away at that ankle. Again for a second time. And a third time. And now, on the outside, springboard connects with the swanton. Sizing him up for something. Working the legs still. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God! A front flip DDT! Could that be it? 3! Just like that in his debut. Apologies, production company. Messing up a Nathan Cassidy. The strength to get both him and Jalen Hill up for that front flip DDT. And just like that, the highly sought after free agent makes a quick impact here in MWE, but he might have tweaked his head off that DDT. We'll have to get him checked out in the back, but ladies and gentlemen, Nathan Cassidy has won in his debut. Kudos to both men, but we might have to get Nathan Cassidy checked out. I think he might be feeling it. What an absolute display from Nathan Cassidy and Jalen Hill, both men giving it everything they had, but Nathan Cassidy just seemed to have a little bit more in the tank. That was your signature. I'm surprised that was enough to do it, but you were wailing on Jalen Hill for a little bit there, so I'm not surprised in the slightest. Ladies and gentlemen, co-main event up here next. We got Yasmin Suter, Ariana Brady. Now, to my knowledge, Ariana Brady, a recruitment to the mob from the enforcer Josh. This is a hand-picked member to be accompanied and joining the mob. Yasmin Suter, opposite side. I can't wait to see this one. Expectation for both women set high, but we gotta hop into this. We got our co-main event up next. Jalen Hill gave me a fight for my life. He tried to keep up as best as possible. It was a good match back and forth, but it seems Nathan Cassidy just had a little bit more to him, and Yasmin Suter making her entrance first, rocking away. Look at this woman. What the hell was that all about? If I'm not mistaken, she just called somebody in the crowd a jack-off. What the hell was that about? Up on the top rope, Yasmin Suter taking in the moment. Now we await Ariana Brady, set to make her debut here in MWE. Handpicked member to join the mob by that man right there, Josh, MWE's enforcer. Ariana Brady here in the building, getting some pyro. How do we have that in the budget? We can't even pay Mr. Shicey to join us on commentary. Ariana Brady, yes, that is confirmed. That is a mob logo on the sweater. Ariana Brady taking in the moment here in her debut. Josh by her side. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait for this one. Yasmin Suter rocking the hard white and black. Ariana Brady, the blonde woman with the white and pink. But look at this massive Thesz press. Yasmin Suter laying into her early. Co-main event action. If you're just now joining us, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a hell of a card up until this point, but debuting action from Ariana Brady here tonight. AB looking to do the best she can to prove she belongs here in MWE. Yasmin Suter, a longtime veteran of MWE, trying her best to prove why she belongs in title contention. Ariana Brady sizing her up for something big. Look at this running drop kick right to the chest of Yasmin Suter. And now a bitch slap, an absolute classic bitch slap, and again for a second time. And now tossing her down to the canvas. Crowd reeling into this amazing card so far. Look at this elbow drop. Love the logo on the ring, the MWE logo. It's the best we got when we hired the artists we had. And you know what? I couldn't have been happier with the logo on the ringside. We got Ronnie the Raccoon representation of the Mafia Men, sponsorship included. Both these women giving it everything they got right now. Yasmin starting to gain some control, and another Thesz press slamming Ariana Brady's head right off the canvas. And another slap, and another. And both of these women getting caught up in the corner. Ariana Brady, what's she looking to do here? 1, 2, no, not even a second. Yasmin Suter not going for it. But look at this, a counter. Has her dazed and confused, taking the moment. Going up to the top rope, double axe handle to the back of the neck. Could that be it for Yasmin Suter here early? Not enough, only a 1 count. Drop kick to the back. Hyping herself up. Looking to put away Yasmin Suter, but you gotta finish the match. You can hype yourself up all you want, but confidence only goes so far. Eventually, you gotta perform. And they're set up in the corner. What the hell? Oh my god! Just rubbing it in Yasmin Suter's face! What the hell? Looking to kick away, but look at this Thesz press of her own. Not as aggressive as Yasmin Suitors, but still nonetheless going for a pinfall. 2. Not enough. And ladies and gentlemen, we had a fan attempting to jump the barricade security. Get this man the hell up out of here. Gone just like that. That fan is now banned for life from MWE. Just like that. Yasmin Suiter. Drive-by kick right to the side of the face. Off the ropes. Ariana trying to get back up to her feet, but eats another drop kick. Massive forearm. And now, super kick. Those elevated boots. Going up to the top, and no, Ariana Brady catches her. Looking to go for a massive clothesline, but Yasmin Suiter avoids it. Josh trying to hype her up. And look at this, tilt-a-whirl DDT! Now, Yasmin Suiter, middle of the ring, spinning back kick. Ariana tried to get in some type of offense, but now into the corner. And again, look at this. Oh my days, what a DDT! Could that be it for Ariana Brady here in her debut? Not enough. Working the arm. Stomping away, but look at this. Ariana Brady, multiple clotheslines into a drop kick. Now, look at her fly. What the hell can we see here? Crossbody doesn't get all of it. Off the ropes again now. Neck breaker. Stomp to the midsection. Ariana Brady. I think she's running low. Yasmin Suiter just won't stay down. Stomping away again. Has her up. Look at this, down to the canvas. From behind, look at this. Using athleticism, Hurricane Rana. What the hell is she looking to do here? Taking a quick moment, a little breather. But a kick to the midsection, and now, look at this, roll up from Yasmin Suiter. No, reversal. 2, almost got her. Both women quick, back to their feet. Ooh. Look at this. The athleticism on display from Yasmin, or pardon me, Ariana. And now, go to the top rope. Look at her fly. Telling her to get the hell up. And look at this, crossbody doesn't connect all of it still. Middle of the ring. Went for a kick to the midsection, but missed. Yasmin Suiter now. Look at this, another roll up. Not gonna do it. Yasmin Suiter helping Ariana Brady up. Referee getting in the way, but this time connecting those elevated boots. And again, my days. Using whatever she can to her disposal. End of the corner. Yasmin Suiter As Ariana Brady. Oh my god, just tosses her to the outside. And now look at her fly! Yasmin Suter showing why she's a real veteran here in MWE. Trying to rally the crowd. Look at this! Plants her off the canvas. Sizing her up, looking for something big. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my god, what the hell is this? Look at this! Submission locked in. Ariana Brady, middle of the ring, nowhere to go. Could she? And she will. She will tap out. Yasmin Suter is taking down Ariana Brady here in her debut. Both women with an absolute amazing display, but Yasmin Suter just proving to be a little bit too much for Ariana Brady and the new member of the Mob. And ladies and gentlemen, the answers we've needed. This man on the left side goes by the name of Hydra. We signed him a long time ago, but he wasn't set to make his debut for close to another 4 to 5 months. He wasn't even supposed to come in as this moniker, but Timmy Beans, you know, an original member of MWE, one of the 3 pillars between him, David Wolf, and Bobby Hendricks. He had some say in this. He said when he went to the Performance Center to check developmental, he saw what Hydra was capable of, and he wanted to recruit him to the Phantom Empire, which is what this faction tag team just menacing group, to say the least. Ladies and gentlemen, Timmy Beans, he's no first timer too, trying to create dominating factions. This time around, I think he has a group of misfits that are up to no good. But ladies and gentlemen, if one person can do it, so can another. Kucherov has pushed up the debut of Mason Dope here in our main event. Hydra set to go one-on-one with Mason Dope in our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even want to waste any more time. Let's hop into it. Hell of a show we've had up until this point. Answers we need to figure out. I will be getting my production notes here soon as both men make their entrance. Mason Dope here tonight, newest member of the Syndicates of Pain, with Alexander Kucherov after a hellacious match with Timmy Beans at MWE Survival, still finding his way to MWE's Heartless here tonight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am aware Timmy Beans and Kucherov are not to set foot near each other. If they do, both men will be fined a substantial amount. Both men wanted to keep this professional, leaving this to their disciples.
All my shit dope. All my shit dope. Cause it's 187 how I'm killing these hoes.
Making his debut here tonight, Mason Dope. Let's see what he has to offer. But this is the man everybody has been waiting for. We need answers. And again, with that red smoke, this menacing entrance. That is the man, and we were correct. They did say Phantom Empire on the back of his jacket. And ladies and gentlemen, who the hell's all here? That's Bones, Andrew Ray, Timmy Beans. The Phantom Empire is starting to form. I believe Bones and Andrew have left the Syndicates of Pain to join forces with the Phantom Empire. What the hell is going on here? the highly anticipated in-ring debut of Hydra. Taking it in, but what the hell is this man? I have a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. A new faction has formed here in MWE behind that man in the far back, Timmy Beans. Ladies and gentlemen, Timmy Beans. An original MWE pillar, one of the big three. I got this from our statistical guys earlier today. Timmy Beans hasn't lost a match. He hasn't been pinned since Mafia Mayhem last year in the Triple Threat main event by Bobby Hendricks. He would go on to defeat Bobby Hendricks later on for the title. Went on an amazing 5-month reign, defeating the likes of Hanzo, Alex Harris, ladies and gentlemen, putting down Donald Dumba, forcing him to retire before the eventual Fatal 4-Way, where he never technically got pinned. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been close to 7 months since Timmy Beans has lost a one-on-one match. But here tonight, Hydra soaking in everything. Really soaking in the moment. I mean, who the hell is this man? What is he capable of? We will find out here tonight. Phantom Empire's in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Mason Dope in the white, Hydra with the black and red Phantom Empire-like attire. Both men squaring up, but Mason Dope seeming to be just a little bit more powerful. Hydra standing in at 5'11", 210 pounds. Mason Dope opposite side, 6'2", 235 pounds. Both representatives of their current faction, Mason Dope, a new member of the Syndicates of Pain, which had the newly reformed Kucherov, lost out on those two men on the outside. Andrew, Ray, and Bones, they left for the Phantom Empire, and the influence, the promises, the riches that Timmy Beans has to offer. Hydra finds himself out of developmental now, aligning himself with Timmy Beans as well, going under his direct authority, his true right-hand man, a disciple, somebody Timmy Beans views as a real threat here in MWE. That's the only reason he could have the confidence to bring this man in early, 4 to 6 months ahead of his debut time. But right now, Mason Dope, blow to the midsection. Elbow, dominating the man. Hydra, into the corner. Stomping away. Another one. Multiple kicks to the midsection, doing everything he can. Now look at this, Andrew. Yes, that is Andrew. Just casually taking off the turnbuckle from the apron. Referee. Oh, I mean, can we get some sanction in this place? God damn it. Hydra, though. Look at this strength. And now, massive reverse DDT, unique maneuver. Going blow for blow with Mason Dope. Oh my days, what a DDT. Could that be it for Mason early? Not enough. Kucherov praying the debuting Mason Dope can get a victory to even the odds against the Phantom Empire. Look at this, elbow drop. Hydra dominating early. Another reverse DDT. And Mason doing everything he can to try and create some separation, but Hydra staying on top of where the hell a chair come from? The Phantom Empire up to no good. No reversal. Mason, though, seeming to be just a little bit too fast, drops him down to the canvas. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now joining us, this is it is time for our main event. Mason Dope repping the Syndicates of Pain in the white and black. Hydra with the red and black attire supporting the Phantom Empire. Submission maneuver, middle of the ring. Could this be it? Both men make their debut and a highly anticipated debut for Hydra. Look at this! Off the springboard, back up to his feet quickly. How the hell? How the hell did he do that? Blow for blow now. Multiple blows to the midsection. This kid looking to be special. Size him up for something. Hydra. Distraction. But no! Gets caught up on the referee. And a distraction from Kucherov. Mason Dope taking full advantage. But Hydra right back at it with another counter. Man, is this kid crafty. And look at this! Suplex! German suplex! Stomping away at the temple. Into the corner. Hydra. Looking for. Oh my God! Super kick. And he's not done. He's not done. Right to the midsection. We've seen this before. Courtesy of Timmy Beans. A pedigree from Hydra. Hail Hydra. Could that be it for Mason Dope? 2, 3. And just like that, Hydra has taken down Mason Dope in his debut. The Phantom Empire stands strong. Alex Kucherov not able to do anything about this, or he will be fine. Same goes with Timmy Beans. But the Phantom Empire get another leg up on the Syndicates of Pain. And ladies and gentlemen, after an absolute amazing card, and I genuinely mean absolutely amazing from start to finish, Jerry Brooks, Amari Reigns went the distance, but Jerry Brooks seemed to be just a little bit too much. Both these two men went to war. Following that, Carter Banks taking on Big Leroy Johnson, which was, in my opinion, match of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, those two absolutely put on a hell of a show. Carter Banks able to pull off the victory. Tatiana, Zoey going back and forth, but Zoey proving the veteran experience just happened to be too much. And then, ladies and gentlemen, keeping the show going with more debuting action, Nathan Cassidy, Jalen Hill, both men requested this match earlier than expected. Jalen Hill wasn't supposed to make his debut for another month, but Nathan Cassidy called him out specifically and said that they both want this match, and we decided to oblige. They put on a hell of a showcase, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan Cassidy walks away with a dub, but then co-main event, Yasmin Suter proving to be just a little bit more than Ariana Brady. Ladies and gentlemen, Yasmin pulls out the victory, but Ariana still has an amazing future. She's surrounded by an amazing talent in the mob. It's only going to rub off, and she's going to soak in and learn so much from that faction. And our main event, Hydra, the man we've all been wondering who he was, made his in-ring debut against Mason Dope. Phantom Empire versus Syndicates of Pain. Hydra picking up the dub, and now the score 2-0 for Phantom Empire over the MWE's most feared team of the Syndicates of Pain. I mean, what the hell is Kucherov gonna do? What's his response? Who does he bring in to even the odds? We still gotta find out what happens between Timmy Beans and Alex Kucherov. Are they scheduled for another match, or are they gonna leave it to the rest of their factions? Ladies and gentlemen, these are questions we will answer on the next episode of MWE Heartless. It's been your host, Young Hendrix. We're going to head on out of here. Been the host with the most. I'll see you guys next time.